Hey, howdy, folks. It's Not Jay. Welcome, one and all, to the Chronicles of Not Jay. We're going to have a pretty good session tonight. We got Desert Hexy with me already, and then going to have Todd and McMurray joining us here shortly. McMurray is out there proselytizing to the unwashed heathens, bringing the good word of Fistful of Lead to the masses. And Todd is working on his on a home project, as he put it. So we will see where we go with that. He said he'd be along here shortly as well. So again, welcome everybody. Chuck says evening, Chuck.
Chuck.
Dave's in the house. Good evening, book lovers. Yes.
Dave.
We even have Bunkhouse. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining us. And yes, since last week, we are at 66 now. Two more closer to the New Year's prize. Again, remember that prize is going to be one of my finely crafted and painted Star Wars miniatures and a Chronicles of Not Jay t-shirt.
That's worth it right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mr. Wiley was so kind as to not only make the make the logo for me, which I'm going to share here.
What's that, Steve?
So yeah, that on a t-shirt in basically that color. Yeah, it does. I can't thank Mr. Wiley enough. Now, when you do wear it, I do have to warn you, you are selling your soul to Wiley Games because there's a Wiley Games logo on the back. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because Jay and Robin were so kind as to provide a discount code for my wonderful viewers. And what's that, you ask? Well, it is right there. Discount code is Not Jay. Good for a one-time 10% off, except bundles, which already have a 15% off. So you can't stack bundles and this discount. So don't do it. Don't put it in there and it comes up wrong, and don't come crying to me saying, but no, that's not how it works. You're not going to get 25% off. You're going to get 15% off of a bundle, 10% off of everything else. So, Not Jay, NOTJAY, in the coupon field gives you 10% discount off everything except for the bundles. And what kind of bundles do they have, you might ask? Well, they've got great bundles such as book and cards, book and PDF. You definitely save money by buying the book with the PDF. So when you buy the book for $20 and the PDF for $7, that's normally $27. You're going to get 15% off of that $27, which is, let me math it out here. Comes out to be $22.95. So you're saving some money there. So yeah, when you do the bundles, it works out well for you. So, but for everything else, again, discount code Not Jay at the wiley-games.com. You know, fill up that library. If you just have the core rules, or you've got Galactic Heroes and you want to get a hold of the rest of the titles, 10% off everything. Think of it this way. If you buy 10 titles, if you buy 9 titles, you get your 10th title free. Kinda. because there is variations in the pricing of the products, but I digress. So yeah, if you got any questions, you can always message me, or check with Mr. Wiley. But be forewarned, if you do send a message to Mr. Wiley, you may end up being in the mailbag.
Oh no, not the mailbag.
Yes. And Steve does such a great job with reading those
That is a position of prestige if you get in the mailbag.
Yeah. We'll call it prestige. Yeah, that's what
that's the word.
I mean, there's another P word that I'd call you, but Oh, anyway, tonight what we're talking about though is our favorite books for history. Yes, Steve, definitely. Don't ask about the hardbacks.
Hey, Steve, we're gonna get a hardback.
God, you were wanting me to be destroyed and disowned. Thanks. Yeah, don't ask about the hardbacks, please. Jay is going to he might go on a several state killing spree if it's brought up again. Just saying. But what we are talking about tonight are our favorite books in history. For history, of history, not in history. Because a great book in history would be like To Kill a Mockingbird, But we are going to talk about books about history. And I'm going to not only talk about nonfiction books, but we can talk about fictitious books also, alternate histories or what if histories that never were, because, well, things cooled down, etc. Pardon me while I put my glasses back on around my headset. Hold on. Dave Hall says, history book to read, Dauntless Helldivers by Hal Burrell. Was at all 5 carriers versus carrier battles of World War II. Come on, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the real star of the show, Mr. Clark.
Oh, Clark.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah. I've heard that is a good book. The book that I most recently finished listening to was let me see here. Open my Audible page, go to my library, and oh yeah, that was the freebie I had that I didn't download because I don't think I could. But let me see if I can find it real quick.
If y'all hear me rolling dice, I'm sorry.
Hey, you're doing what you need to be doing. Jay Wiley is in the house. Shrouds of Glory by Winston Groom of Forrest Gump fame about Hood's Nashville campaign. Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I listened to it and now I can't find it. But it was about sinking the Bismarck. And in this specific instance, many of the books that go into detail about the action, the campaign to sink the Bismarck after it sunk the Hood, really delves into kind of a higher level, looking at both sides. What Lutyens was doing, what was the actual captain of the Bismarck's name? I can't remember. I'm a horrible person for that. Looking both sides. This particular one was specifically looking at how the British, there's McMurray, Welcome, sir.
Hello. I am on the way home and will be there shortly. What the heck? What does that say? Desert Hexy?
Yeah.
All right, quick view so we can resolve the desert hexy. All right,
What is Desert Hexy?
there's your quick view. That's it. That's all you get. Sorry.
That's not a lot of counters.
There's a big damn map, though.
It is a big damn map.
Anyway, it talks about the British experience, and again, not looking at the captains of the ships, not looking at the higher ups, but he went into talking about the the things going on with the guys in the gun turrets, etc. And we've added the wardrobe.
Oh, dude, see, all the fun people are getting here now.
Yeah.
Oh, except for Todd just left.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, except for the wardrobe, keyed up and then left.
Right.
The wardrobe just did not join me for a fun night of gaming very, very close to his home.
Well, he was doing a home project.
Oh, check out the midriff.
Yeah, brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh baby.
So, but it was a good book. I really enjoyed it. Before that one, I listened to Halsey's Typhoon. Another good book. Let's see. J. Wiley also says, "What if?" Great book about points in history where small changes could have completely changed history.
Is Halsey's Typhoon a Hornfisher book? Is that one of James Hornfisher's? Same guy.
That one I do have downloaded. Let's see. Halsey's Typhoon was written by Bob Drury and Tom Clavin.
Never mind. Fair enough.
and of course the American the American experience in World War II, the U.S. Army experience in Europe and Mediterranean 3-book series by Rick Atkinson is just amazing.
That dude writes good books.
Yes, he does. Garm in the house. Welcome, Garm. Rage of Achilles by Terence Hawkins. All right. I'm going to go on the assumption that it talks about ancient Greece. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh, Turkey, but yeah, close. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I would assume it's Trojan War, unless you get it's all about 17-pounder on really goofy looking tank destroyers.
Yeah, that's where I was going. The American M10. It could be.
It could be. You slap a 17-pounder on an M10, and all of a sudden it's just wild stuff.
Yep.
Wild stuff.
Got Dante in saying hi. Good night. All right. Good night. Pete's in the house. Good evening, Gene.
Pete the Wargamer? Or Pete the who? Oh, Peter Bergs. Hey, buddy.
Peter Bergs. Hey, Pete. You always ask about him. Here he is right here, buddy. Clark's in the house.
Is that Clark or is that Kent?
That's Clark. This is the 14-pound behemoth.
Good God.
Yeah. Look at that face. Look at it. He's such a good cat. There he is.
So are these just history books we liked, or are these books that inspire us to game?
Sure. Pete says hi, Clark. And then Dante says your program is very interesting. Well, thank you, Dante. I appreciate that. Monster Cat. Yes, he is.
I have weird inspiration to game type story, if we want to hold that for a second, based on books.
Okay.
It's just anybody who's ever read Bernard Cornwell's Sharp books have probably gone, Jesus, that's awesome. I want to game Napoleonics, right? Because they're fun. They get you all fired, they talk about all cool stuff. And then you paint Napoleonics and realize that you'd rather, mouthwash with a brown vest, and you got to find something to do.
I mean, there is that.
I was really, really fired up to play Napoleonics, even to the point where, dude, painting rifleman, like 95th Rifleman. That's not bad. It's dark green, and then you like pick stuff out in black, and you're like done, you know.
Yeah.
But then he gets to painting the French or like the South Essex, and you're oh god, what have I decided to do? This is a terrible idea.
Bunkhouse says he's trying to listen to us while working on his 3D prints. Well, I have been my printer's been very busy.
Both of them?
Well, I've got to get some more resin for my Mars.
That's fair.
So, but it's on its way. Gates of Fire about the Battle of Thermopylae. Okay.
There you go. That could be a fun one to game.
Yeah.
Is that like 300 Thermopylae, or is that like ancient authors Thermopylae? Is the real question. One of those is far more interesting than the other.
Right, and the ancient writings of Thermopylae is the far more interesting one.
Well, I mean, what if, like, okay, so let's say, I feel like he would put up a spirited argument saying that muscly, sweaty dudes, leather whitey tighties, is better.
Well, I shoot those all the time, and I don't get any looks.
Yeah, I was about to say that's fair. Never mind. We see Jeff do that. Jeff's
Good Lord.
of Thermopylae all the time. Never mind. Maybe.
Nice. And Wiley says the 300.
I do have my books out on my table over here, so they're ready to go.
Bunkhouse says, but speaking of books about history, I picked up a Roman cookbook a while back. Neat stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. So this would be food that was cooked by the Roman legions when they were out campaigning? Because if that's the case, that'd be cool.
Porridge.
What's that?
Porridge with water and then other stuff occasionally baked in there. A lot of porridge.
If you game the Eastern Front, you may want to read The Forgotten Soldier by Guy Sager, brutal memoir from a German soldier.
Yeah, I have that. That's a very good book. Is that the one where he's a machine gunner on the Eastern Front? Hang on.
My brother piped in with one earlier on the web, or not the web page, but the on the Facebook group. I believe it was in his Facebook group. Let's see. A couple of the guys said, or one said, The Devil's Horseman, The Mongol Invasion of Europe by James Chambers.
That'd be pretty slick.
Got me interested in reading history. That's my buddy Eric Huck.
There you go.
Eric, if you're out there watching at some point in time, howdy. How you doing, buddy? Maybe it was in...
What book gets Steve wargaming? Steve, chime in here. I'm quite
Star
interested.
Wars.
Well, shut up, man. You're probably
not wrong.
Yeah, Star Wars or his master or all of his picture books.
Yeah,
that's fair.
God,
remember the time that somebody got really angry at me for calling graphic novels picture books, and I thought it was the funniest thing on earth.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah, I miss that. I don't miss that at all, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can't find the message my brother posted.
I think that was in the Veteran Wargamer group or J3 group. But
here it is. Yeah, The Face of Battle by John Keegan.
There you go. Yes,
that's a good book.
I was about to say, any of Anthony Beaver's books tend to get me all fired up for World War II gaming. Stalingrad is very good.
Chuck says, Hex books, comic books.
I do. I have a couple.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with comic books, boys.
Hexy's favorite book is. Do you still have Living with a Micro Penis?
No, I sold that when I bought my adapter.
Oh, there you go. Jackpot. Dude, 21st century equipment, boys and girls. That's what's up. Technology, the use of tools. That breaks us from the apes.
Bunkhouse says it's about the Legion, senators, a bit of everything. Apsius was quite the ancient foodie. You're falling on me.
Sleepiest?
What?
No, I'm just.
Apicius. Apicius. Isn't that when
Yes.
you lose all your hair?
Stop
Like
it.
that. I think that's alopecia.
Oh,
To the
okay.
last cartridge, that'd be cool, Jay.
Yeah. He was a Frenchman in the Panzer Grenadiers, caught up in a lot of the retreats and evacuations from the Baltic. Oh, very cool. Talking about that
Yeah.
book by
Panzer,
Guy
the-
Stager.
Yes.
And Steve says, picture books, fighting words.
Bring it, Steve. I'm not worried.
Yeah, and to the last cartridge, I hear that's a pretty good book about last stands as well.
You talk about East Front. I don't have the book. I have it on my Kimball what's that thing called?
Kindle.
Yeah, that thing. It's the
Good
only
Lord.
book I have on her. That's Manstein's Lost Victories or whatever.
Oh, Jesus. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Eric. You got to read Uncle Eric.
It must have been rough for him. Like, I don't know how he continued to jerk himself off after breaking his arm, doing it like 4 times, but he sure did.
Let's see.
Oh.
Chuck says Panzer Battles Major General F.W. von Mellenthin.
Mellenthin, yeah.
Read this a few times.
It's a good one. Again, that's always the weird thing, right? It's like when we're playing games and you get excited because you win as the Germans, even though it's just because you're managing to win as the attacker. I always feel like a dick reading stuff like that, like reading Panzer Attacks and whatever Guderian's memoirs are. Like, just feel like an asshole, you know?
Well, I've never read Guderian's, but isn't the book that he wrote, isn't that considered armored, standard operating procedures for armored warfare during that era?
I don't know. His one book is pretty dry because it just is. It's almost like reading a unit history. Like, today we went here, we moved this way, so and so went this way. Like, so it's kind of. I don't remember what the hell it's called.
There wasn't any required reading in any of the armor training schools I went to or anything, and I always wondered why it wasn't. When reading things about the first day of Gettysburg were just almost mandatory.
Because there's a lot of maneuver in there, and most of Guderian's wartime experience was retreat.
There is that. No, that's advance to the rear.
There's no two ways about it. But any German wartime experience, unless the guy got shot in the face in like 1941, I mean, any German experience that lives through the war is probably going to be primarily, at least timeline wise, retreating.
Yeah. Peter says, I like some graphic novels. Moss about the Holocaust is tough reading. Yeah,
That's a very well done.
It's very well done, but yeah, it's rough.
I have both of those sitting right here.
I went to Dachau when I was in Germany, and to get into the camp, you go through their little museum with pictures and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was pretty disheartening to look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I feel like the Germans might do well to adopt that sort of process in other places, because you always see like in Berlin where they've got the memorial that's blocks. The only pictures you ever see are jackasses taking like Instagram pictures and shit there. Not like to the point where I know that was a big point of contention with the German government for a little while there. Like, they were getting pissed off because people were doing that, which is one of those, yeah, it's fair, but don't just put a bunch of blocks in the middle of a city or it's going to turn into that bean-looking thing in Chicago. People are just going to take
Wait a minute. I think we have an epic breaking moment here on screen.
What's that?
The robe just appeared in the new game room.
He did. And we've got Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Welcome, Brian. Thank you for joining us.
I think mini warm-up 300 comment. And
The actual robe.
Yeah.
It is the first appearance of the robe in the room.
Yeah, he put it on earlier. It was quite impressive.
Oh.
Jay Wiley comes in with also Cornwell's Last Kingdom series will make you want to play Dark Ages.
It does, which is impressive because Dark Ages, I don't know, man. For whatever reason, it's one of those things. I just no interest in painting it.
So Dark Ages, is that Anglo-Saxons against everybody? You know, against Vikings, against Normans, etc., and so forth.
It's those folks, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
From about 500 to about 1100, right in there, if I'm not
like
mistaken.
700-ish. Like
Okay.
790 is when people usually credit as the beginning of the Viking Age.
Okay.
The Normans taking England was 1066 at Hastings. But if you want to get slightly ahead of that, or right around that time period without a full series, Sir Walter Scott's Ivanhoe is a classic and fantastic, just single volume.
Yeah.
That you can read and usually get through pretty quick.
Two Action Steve comes in with Paco Story by Larry Heineman.
Is that one of your picture books, Steve, or is that an actual book?
Oh, good Lord. You're going to get yourself knifed in November. You know this, right?
That's fine. Bring it.
Any book by Mark Zulke about the Canadian Army in Europe makes me want to break out the ASL and ATS scenarios.
Hey, Richard Keenan, do you mean Brazen Chariots?
No, that's not. That's North Africa. Nobody cares about North Africa.
Do you mean Brazen Chariots like that right there? Brazen Chariots?
One book that actually did put me on a pretty wild drive for gaming was whatever the Osprey like big volume Rorke's Drift book was. Trapped Like Rats in a Hole, I think.
Yeah.
Very good, really good. I mean, all the Osprey books are good wargaming resources. But that one in particular was quite delightful and very, very useful.
Jay comes in with Saxon versus Games for books.
Oh, hold on. Approve me, Jay. Can you hear me? All right. Cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, Richard Keenan comes in. Brazen Chariots by Robert Chris makes me break out to Brook or ASL every time I read it.
What was the Todd or Wardrobe? Yeah. What was the Canadian scenario we played in Day of Days? I wonder if that's in with all that Canadian books. Yeah, there you go. Crucible. Around Villiers Bretonneux, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably in there. Oh, great nom books.
Steve says it's a great nom book. Jay says, keep up the picture book talk. You'll be sitting on the porch during Wiley weekend. Paco Story is a great Vietnam novel. Second, Brazen Chariots. And then Warm just announced a feature film in the making of The Last Kingdom. Very good. Some other books that get me interested in gaming, not necessarily history books, but kind of a what if. Definitely Team Yankee and Red Storm Rising. Both of those books get me going. Also, Starship Troopers, not the movie, which is a fun romp, but
the book is very good.
The book is great. I've both read it and listened to it, and I gotta say, listening to it is actually better.
I like the parts about how his dad eventually joined, and the talk about their suits that they can leap in. That just cracks me up. That's real good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely wants me to break out, power armor type miniatures and play in that genre. Now I have not read any of them. I know of them and I like the idea of them. And that is Hammer Slammers.
Oh, I used to own that game.
So that I love the idea of it. I've got one of the books. It's actually a compilation of several of the stories, and for whatever reason, I just could not get into it. I'm thinking my next credit I spend is going to be on a Hammer Slammers book and listen to it, because that seems to be lately the only chance I get to devour a book is through Audible. So, and no, I'm not pimping Audible yet. I got a lot going on here. Yeah, and Jay's serious, McMurray.
I got a book I want to share.
Okay, hold on one second. He also says, warm up, there's a whole Last Kingdom series. Chuck says, The War of the Running Dogs by Noel Barber. Okay. Not quite sure what that one's about. Osprey makes a bunch of helpful books for references to go research further from. Yeah, they're like the C. Dick Run books for history. Hammers Rocks author was a tinker in Vietnam. Woman says, Wiley Game Just Baron, I am waiting for season 5, final season. Netflix The Last Kingdom feature in the works. Seven Kings Must Die, filming to begin next year. Very cool. You want to bring on a book?
Okay, if
You're a front and center, sir.
Book reader, and you have anything to do with the Civil War. I am not a book reader, but I'm gonna tell you what, I read all 3 volumes of those in 4 months.
Very cool. So I'm assuming that's talking about Lee and his generals, not his lieutenants.
The command structure for the Army of Northern Virginia.
Chuck says Running Dogs is about the defeat of communist insurrection in Malaya. Oh, very cool. Peter says it looks cool or interesting. Not cool, interesting. And wow, I've never been involved in a book club before. Now you have, buddy. Yeah, and you know what? We might just do friggin' not a book of the month, because God knows I can't read. I can't listen to a book in a single month. Steve says still on Nam dispatches Michael Hare.
Are we just going to pass up the fact that not Jay just said, God knows I can't read?
I can't read a single book in a month.
Oh, okay.
I don't have time for that. I listen to them going back and forth to work. That's 25 minutes. So it'd take me a long ass time to listen to a book. And then Wiley says, no, just Taco of the Week Club. And I'm good with that too. Nam and Bat 21. Speaking of books with numbers in them, Catch 22. Excellent.
That makes you want a game?
No. Just about, being in the moment of, dealing with war and the banality of, here's your target. Oh, nope. There's your target number. No, wait, no, we're going to move it even farther out. No, you're here forever, buddy. So, yeah, and I cannot spell. Yes, thank you, Jay, or Mr. Steve. Thank you. Yes, I'm
Evelyn.
Yeah, Wiley. Yes, I fixed it.
I've always wanted a game.
It was a very stressful day.
5. Seems like it'd be a good cooperative game.
You're killing me,
Chris.
You're killing me. There you go. Thank you. He says he's too busy reading rule books and studying CRTs. If you're talking about me, no, I don't read rule books. I don't. I'm just gonna lay that out there. And I don't like games with combat resolution tables, although I'm writing one. What do you got there? Great Battles of World War II by John McDonald. Well, let's see.
So all of my books are currently off of shelves and in crates and stuff in an attempt to unscrew up my living room. But there's a fantastic series about different legions of Rome that are quite good.
Yeah.
There's one about the 10th, the 13th, I believe the 14th and the 9th at least. They're told in a really narrative style that really lends itself to easy reading. I
So
really enjoy them. I don't remember what the hell they're called.
one of my all-time favorite books is and I might have it here. Is my
I thought for sure you were just going to pull out Wiley books.
no.
Shigeru Mizuki's Hitler. Hitler told from a Japanese perspective.
Yeah. Picture book.
Is it? Oh, there you go. Look at that. You going to make Todd stand outside too, Jay?
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, as long as Todd and I are standing outside, I'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently, I do not have it handy,
I'll just keep showing while I'm up.
and actually, I can grab this one here.
I like this one. The Kane Mutiny. Good book.
Strawberries. I don't know anything about strawberries.
A novel of World War II, is that what it says, Todd?
Uh-huh.
What's that about?
Mutiny on the ship called The Kane.
Is that
There's a great movie about it too.
With Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, there you go.
Enjoyed the book. I enjoyed both the book and the movie on that. And this, I enjoyed the book, not the movie. But I've got the movie.
A Walk in the Sun.
It's fiction.
What's that about?
Looks about 250 pages.
Sicily or Italy? I'm not sure. I think it's Italy. Just a small little read about some small unit. Just real quick. It's real short. No pages.
That's cool.
Anybody can do it. Boom.
Let's see here. Book to read while an ACW game is on the table. Civil War Infantry Tactics by Earl J Hess.
Oh, that's interesting, Peter. That's kind of like what I just showed here.
Infantry Tactics of the Second World War. Who's it written by? Earl J Hess? Oh, Gordon L. Rotman. Oh well.
That doesn't look like the ACW either.
I was thinking about Hexy reading rule books. Oh yeah. He definitely would be reading the rule books. John Longshore's in the house. Good evening, sir.
John.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Peter says, I have that Civil War book, great illustrations and photographs, Wardrobe. Mizuki's graphic novel.
For all you guys.
Wardrobe's book club. And then C.S. Forrester, break out the naval games. There you go. Now,
I wasn't even going to bring it up. Yep. Forrester and O'Brien, baby.
This is one of my prized possessions. And the reason is for no other reason than the price that I got it for. And not the price I got it for, but the price my wife got it for.
Which was
hold on here.
$3.99.
No, even better.
Somebody paid Donna to take Jane's weapon system 74 to 75.
Can y'all read that?
89 cents? 10 cents?
It was $1. $1. Look at this behemoth. We were in Half Price Books in Austin, Texas. She walked up behind me, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "Do you want this?" She was covering the price tag, like that.
Being coy.
Is this something you would want? I said, yeah. She says, well, I know you've got the Jane's books for World War, for naval ships, World War II and World War I. I thought maybe you'd like this one too, being that it's Cold War and you're into that. Sure, yeah, why not? How much is it? She said $1.
Because Donna's the coolest ever.
Done. So, yeah, and these are the weapon systems, so it's like the missiles, and it does talk about the different tanks, but they even talk about naval fire control action data automation systems. So, I mean, if you wanted to get really crazy about 74, 75 and really in depth about what was out there at the time, like the Torsi torpedo fire control system from Sweden.
Jesus Christ. Hard pass. That's some harpoon gamer type shit.
Yeah.
That's for harpoon guys. I still
Or,
don't understand how that's so awesome.
But, it does talk about the triple 180 millimeter gun mounting for the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or the triple 152 gun mounting. Naval guns and bombardment rockets, ground radar, airborne radar. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But of course, I've got the Jane's all the world's fighting ships or something to that effect for World War I and World War II. So now, my former boss at the lumberyard, his grandfather, as y'all might have heard before me say this, was the captain of a destroyer escort during World War II. And they brought out a box of some of his stuff from the ship, and in it was his library that he kept in his captain's cabin. And in that library was 1944 Jane's fighting ships. I got to paw through that for a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna go take my break now. I'm gonna need a Kleenex and a cigarette because it was so cool. Let's see. John wants to know, and who is Earl J Hess? Oh, Earl J Hess was the author of the Civil War infantry tactics. Peter says, I found a large declassified book on U.S. naval ordnance and fire control systems in a bookstore in Texas, $5. Very nice. Destroyer, M.J. Whitley, German destroyers in World War II. Chuck says.
How to find the bottom of the North Atlantic.
Right.
And stay in port.
Pearl Harbor Ghosts. Got to look that one up. Well,
apparently, I've never read it.
Apparently, you got it right there.
It's pretty neat. I don't know if you guys remember we talked about the famous silk ad.
The what?
The famous silk ad, the decoded version of the famous silk ad that ran in December 3rd of 41. Honolulu Star Bulletin, and was widely believed to be a coded warning to Japanese agents and sympathizers in Honolulu. It's the ad, and they mark out the codes in there. See, there's I can't focus, but it says Juno, and then over here spells out some of the battleships that were in the harbor.
Oh, okay.
And there's a whole coded message back then. It's pretty neat. Up here was the black clouds for the bombing. Is all this. They're supposedly saying that was the red dot for the rising sun of Japan, the eye. And then if you come down to here where it says, I cannot pronounce that, Maltese or whatever, MA for Maryland, and then the Talise for Tennessee, and it has like a Romaine or something, whatever, California, the DE for Nevada. It's all marked out. They believe this was a code and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. So
that's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, it goes to Hey, Peter, if you want, just message me. I'll mail this to you for nothing. So if you want to read it. Okay, take me off.
That's generosity there, baby.
So, of course, anytime I read anything about the Alamo, wants me to play the Alamo. The problem is it's kind of like Rourke's Drift.
What's wrong with that? That's quite literally what I talked about earlier.
Oh, I know, but it's one of those things that, at least in my opinion, for playing something like the Alamo, you have to put in a what if situation to make it interesting for the Texan player. Because otherwise, it's just Otherwise, it's just how long are you going to prolong the inevitable? So you have to throw in, does Sam Houston send reinforcements? Do they get sent before the siege starts? Do they get or gets fully settled, or do they come in from behind and cause a two-front situation? Something like that. Peter says it's a great offer, but postage Canada is steep. I'll probably get it via Kindle. Thanks. Well, if he's going to pass on it, Ormut, and you want to offer, you can send it to me, buddy. And then once I'm done perusing it, I'll share it with McMurray.
There you go.
See, I got your back, brother. I got your back.
I think postage is actually cheaper if it only goes to St. Louis as opposed to all.
Oh, would you shut up?
Yeah, because it's got to get on that donkey to get all the way up to where Jay's at.
John Longshore says, or they could have just been selling underwear. There is that too.
Under what?
Yeah, exactly. The Lonely Ships, Edwin P. Hoyt, The Life and Death of the U.S. Asiatic Fleet. Cool.
I'd read a book about the Russian Pacific Squadron. That'd be entertaining.
Yeah, didn't they just hole up at Vladivostok for the entire damn war?
Oh, I meant in the Russo-Japanese War, where it's just a constant.
Okay.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it! Yeah. But yes, no, the Russians didn't have a fleet in the Pacific in World War II. For Christ's sakes, we had to give them one.
Well, there is that. I'm just looking. A lot of my books are downstairs.
Because the U.S. transferred, 130-something ships to the Soviet Union at the end of the war so they could get off their tushies and possibly get after Japan with
book ever written.
Oh, yeah, the Green Book?
Yeah. Best one.
I've got the electronic version of that for Italy.
That's a great book. That entire book, the Green Book, is on it's all online. You can read it. It's searchable.
Yeah.
It's really handy when you're trying to look up specific stuff about the Bulge or come up with scenarios or stuff like that. I don't remember what's the book about the INR platoon at Lanzerath from the 99th Infantry Division that held up the entire front end of the 9th Panzer Division. Shit. It's like Silent Night or The Darkest Night or something.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good book. That's one of my favorites.
So you got Return to Bull Run.
That I was amazed when I got that book, and then it was later after I finished. I think I read this from cover to cover every evening in bed in about freaking a week, maybe a week and a half.
Yeah.
What a freaking good book that is. And then, of course, almost any book on the first day of Gettysburg. Harry Fans, do not buy Harry Fans's Culp's Hill, whatever, the third day book or whatever, but his first and his second day books are great. And then this one here by David Martin, I've read that twice.
Did you talk about how Lee screwed up on the third day and that's why you don't like the third day book?
Well, the book sucked, I thought. Matter of fact, I started reading it and it bored me so bad I closed it and hid it in a corner somewhere.
Nice. Peter says, I have that Bull Run book, Hexy. Good read. I'm about halfway through a book on the Iron Brigade, on many a bloody field. Of course, one book that immediately sends me to wanting to play a game, and that is Band of Brothers. And I'm actually reading the book. Don't get me wrong, I love the series from HBO from, can you believe it, 20 years ago now. Great show, but the book I think is even better.
Man, I do not want to paint the damn boots on these. What is it with boots? Why do I hate boots so much?
I don't know, man, because they're easy.
But they're not. They got all these stupid nooks and crannies and shit on them.
Poopy pants, just paint them.
Shut up.
Nooks and crannies on boots. What type of boots are you wearing?
They got turnbuckles and shit on them. They're
Oh,
fire shoes.
that's when you cover them in mud.
That's what I'm thinking about.
You
No,
put
I
them
used,
on. You put them on the base. You slap on some clay and call it good.
put foliage all around them. That's my usual
Yeah.
go-to. That it did occur to me though. The first contrast paint I ran out of, and I'm about to be out of it, is Black Templar,
Yeah.
and it's because I paint shoes in Black Templar and I just slather the shit onto it.
Pete also
who
says
just got an OnlyFans tip, by the way.
that's either Hexy or Mutt. Stay away from the 3-volume set covering the Union cavalry in ACW. Incredibly dry and boring.
Until 1864,
What happens in 1864, Jeff?
they learned how to fight.
They learned how to fight in the Western Theater a lot earlier than that. But that's okay. I'm just a Missouri kid. I'm not.
I don't know. I haven't found a book yet, but I'd like to read a book about Sheridan's exploits there right before the end of the war, where he was trapping or he was cutting off Confederate movement towards Appomattox as fast as he could.
I was about to say, it's not directly war related, but Neil Joseph Prim's Lion of the Valley is a really good history of St. Louis and the area. And it's got a lot of really good scenarios. I've always really wanted to play the early kind of when St. Louis was very, very small, like a couple blocks that had a stockade all around that completely contained it against the river. That would be pretty cool to play, but it's really hard because there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of documentation. It's a lot of wall and not a lot of people.
Johanna.
Pete says still boring. Too much text on maintaining horses and logistics.
That's fair. Horse
Pretty
eat
much.
hay. Horse poop hay. No.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
And Joanna bids us all hello. Well, hello,
Yeah.
Joanna.
I was reading about World War I logistics. Something like the just sheerly astronomical percentage of British shipping from the island to the continent that was entirely fodder for horses, mules, and donkeys.
Oh, yeah.
It was something absolutely insane.
Remember the story that we heard about at the World War I Museum where British artillery units, each gun had like 13 crewmen, and 2 of them stood like 10, 15 yards behind the guns, doing nothing but standing there. And the Americans showed up and said, "What are those 2 guys doing?" "Oh, they're the ones that are holding the horses."
Yeah.
"What horses? Y'all are moving these things by tractor."
Not to
Well,
mention the
it's
fact
how it's done.
they've all been eaten by now.
Yeah.
Most frustrating thing about that movie, War Horse, right? Like, hey, look, the horse got to the front. Hey, look, wait, what's it still doing running around?
Right.
These guys are eating rats and shit that they trap. Like,
Peter says not enough coverage of the actual cavalry conflicts. Well, fair enough. And John says, I have quite a few, more than a few, but I would trade them all for Shelby Foote.
just
For him or
to
his
have
series
just
of
to
books.
have Mr. Foot hanging out with you there, John.
Is he still alive?
I think he passed away here recently.
He's either alive or dead or real old. I was just watching an interview with him, and it looked like an older interview, and he was looking rough.
Well, let's do what I do.
Research.
I think
He died. Wow. It wasn't just recently. It was 16 years ago.
Shelby Foote?
Yeah.
well, in the grand scheme of Jeff's life, that's pretty recent.
Well, yeah. To be
I thought he
fair.
died recent. I'm thinking of Richard Byrd. My bad.
Ed Bonekemper writes a lot of books, but Jeff wouldn't like them either.
He passed away June 27th, 2005.
Yeah, that would about lay in with the timeline of what I was watching.
And then he was born. Oh, he was old. He was born in 1916.
Damn, there you go. Yeah.
I mean,
I was about to say,
he was up there.
Speaking of people who like, so you wouldn't think about it, but a very, very interesting book, at least from my perspective, The Naval War of 1812, written by none other than
Write me a song.
TR himself.
Write me a song.
Teddy Roosevelt?
What the hell are you talking about? Write you a song? I'm not writing you a song.
1812. Write me a song. Jose.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking? Anyways, so back on the
Put the meth pipe down.
You mean Francis Scott Key? Anyways, so the point is really interesting because you think, wait a minute, that's pretty disconnected. And then you sit there and realize, wait a minute, he wrote it in 1870. He was getting primary source information to write it because he wrote it when he was working on, when he was in college doing his studies in 1870. It's like, wow, okay, yeah, all right, that's pretty wild, but that's pretty cool. Like, it's like somebody writing a book on Vietnam now in terms of the time separation.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Like that. It took a minute for that to like click for me as I was reading it.
He said, I saw a period film about the bombing of Japan. The industrial might to schedule and supply the bombers was amazing. It was a massive machine of destruction. No way the Japanese could keep up.
Hell yeah.
And he says, okay, oh, say, can you see? Yeah, it's the logistics that America pulled off during World War II was just amazing to me. Because if you think about it,
you're welcome, world.
Just the number of bombs, because the vast majority of the bombs that were used by the Allies in the Western Front and the Pacific were not built there. They were built here. And the bullets, holy crap.
I was going to say, you don't have to say bombs. You can just say the vast majority of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the U.S. outproducing quite literally the rest of the world in planes and ships.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And food.
Yeah.
For, years and years there. Like you're again, I realize I say this all the time in a semi-joking manner, but you're welcome, world.
Right.
So it's obnoxiously impressive. Like not awesome, like cool. Like it induces awe.
There were some large warships in the Great Lakes in the 1812 war. Yeah, there were.
I want to say like the first like actually rated ship, like first through third, like ship of the line that the U.S. built was the Delaware on the Great Lakes. Because they were like, no, screw this. And then the British, I want to say, were building a 100-gunner on the Great Lakes. Hang on. Because they didn't have to build in, they were building from Greenwood, so they didn't give a shit. They just wanted boats. But then also they didn't have to build in, the seaworthiness, or B, all the room for supplies and everything else.
Right.
Because it was the longest that ship would need to stay out of port was a day and a half, 2 days, 3 days maybe.
Yeah.
Now I got to look that up.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, McMurray, but wasn't there some pretty good small boat actions on like Lake Champlain?
In the Revolution, there was a lot on Lake Champlain. Lake Erie saw a ton in 1812.
Yeah.
So like the Battle of Put-in Bay is really famous. That's a cool one to game. But yeah, I mean, it's no, I don't want to see that USS Delaware. I want to see the original USS Delaware, the cool one.
USS Delaware that first popped up as what, that 10-gun 12-inch thing?
The 1910 battleship, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so not the 1820 USS Delaware, even though I want to say that was originally thought of during the War of 1812. It didn't get laid down until 1817 because it's the U.S. Navy at that point in time. Let's see. Again, so the British, I know, had a 100-gunner under construction on the Great Lakes before they're like, you know what, screw this. It was also quite common for for each side to start building big ships, and then to just semi-abandon them because they got burned or whatever else. Come on. Just going to take me further to read. That being said, great book. Ships of Oak, Men of Iron, entirely about the War of 1812 on the naval side. Super cool. Yeah, very, very, very good.
HMS St Lawrence, 112 gun ship.
There you go. Yep. Peter, my man. Exactly. Like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's bigger than, in terms of, guns, sheer number of guns. That's bigger than probably all but a dozen ships that the Royal Navy had at the time. It's bigger than HMS Victory, in terms of guns. But yeah, just giant ships, which quite literally might have actually completely overdone. Probably had more weight of broadside, weight of shell on that ship than most of the theater for the Americans, like the whole through the war. One thing that I've always wanted to do, but I've never taken the time to sit down and actually read and find a book that has everything laid out that articulately and then do the math, is to figure out the total weight of shot for Napoleon's Grand Battery at Waterloo, because that, believe it or not, is rather surprisingly hard to find. To get an accurate picture of the number of guns and then a breakdown of what those guns were. But to then just compare that to, Oriente or Victory or possibly the, largest ship of the era in terms of just weight of battery would probably be HMS Glatton, which wasn't a huge ship of the line, but it was entirely carronade armed. So it tended to be pretty overwhelming. It had a higher weight of broadside than Victory does. And the captain was famous for saying that all he wanted to do was come up alongside a third or a first rate and batter it to death with all the carronades, because it mounted a primary battery of like 68-pound carronades or something, which is
good lord
absurd.
Peter says made in Ontario and served on fresh water. Yep,
exactly, Peter. Super cool, man.
So any other books that y'all find interesting? I've put forth a couple of fiction books. Do y'all have any fiction books that y'all have read that just get you?
Like King Mutiny, which I already shared.
Yeah. So does that just get you geared up to play Naval Pacific?
I don't know about playing. It's just a really good book.
Okay.
In the era I like. It's good lore. As the what would the GW boys and girls call it? Fluff.
Yeah.
I used to own a little paperback called it was fictional, but it was about Mosby, called Rebels in Union Blue or something like that. And it tells a story about how him and two of his, associates got in under Meade's headquarters at Gettysburg.
Like under the floorboards?
Huh?
Like under the floorboards?
Yeah, they were kind of like,
I'm there twice here. I'm like, where in the hell did you get under this building at? But it was a fictional book about, how escapist he was and everything.
I'm trying to
pretty good read though. That's probably the only fictional book I think I've ever read.
Yeah, I'm not huge into fiction.
Starship Troopers is always good. Dune is good. I've been trying to find Dune miniatures. Jay's going to make fun of me here. I used to legitimately enjoy I enjoyed the early 2000s or whenever it was version of Dune. I thought it was good.
The
It was
TV
corny.
version or the theater version?
What?
Okay, so there's the 1984
No.
Dune, directed by
early 2000s.
Lynch. Okay, that was the Dune from the Sci-Fi Channel. It was a 2 or 3 night miniseries, and they also had the follow-up Children of Dune.
Yeah, it's 3 DVDs. I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. People crap on it all the time. I thought it was fun. It was a good watch.
I love both of them.
I wore out the middle DVD. It was corny, but it was early 2000s. It was like that era of sci-fi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just,
I thought it was very well done for a TV movie.
Yeah.
See, that was the thing that always bugged me, and I'm going to diverge just slightly here. I'm allowed to. It's my show.
Yeah, fuck it.
The Sci-Fi Channel made so many great series, so many great miniseries, but absolute trash feature-length movies.
Right?
I just...
It's like there were 2 different groups of people at the Sci-Fi Channel that were responsible for that.
Yeah,
and one was like their TV was obviously where they put their best people. And then the movie people were just like the morons, like, yeah, but we can't fire him. His dad owns the station. Like,
right, exactly. It's like, oh my God, Sharknado, really? You know, Shocktopus. Like, oh my Christ, seriously, come on.
Jaws. Jaws is a book that I've always wanted to figure out how to war game.
Well, you know what you can use.
Fistful of Lead. I'm aware of that.
That sounds like a Fistful of Lead game.
Yeah.
The Monster Manual. Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah, I have it right here.
The Monster Manual.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can figure out sharks out of this thing.
I just had somebody who was quite excited. I think I got 2 new converts.
Hey, are you going to do a flip through of that?
Yeah. Can we do no, there's this really awesome jort wearing dude. He needs to wipe the grass stains off himself, but he did a very, very good flip through. Incredibly thorough, cover to cover. Very, very detailed flip through. Cover to cover, did a great job, and he didn't take forever to do it either. So
yeah, it went real good. It was fast.
I would highly recommend.
The first time I saw the little preview, I didn't think it was this figure you were showing.
Yeah, I absolutely didn't either. That's okay. Minnie Warmut is a classy individual. He would never give a viewer or a member of the Jay Wiley group the finger unless it was one of us.
Take care, John. Have a good night.
Bye, John. Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for dropping in.
Jay and Steve, or else we would have got some comments on that. But that's okay.
Garm says the Empire of Bronze book series pretty good. Is a fictionalization of the war between Egypt and the Hittites by Gordon Doherty.
Oh man, that sounds wild. That's an area of history I know absolutely nothing about, Garm.
Start to finish. This is what I know about that era.
Bronze.
Egypt had a pharaoh.
Probably. They might have had 2 pharaohs at that point in time. Who knows?
Done. Peter says, any novel by Nicholas Montserrat, The Cruel Sea in particular.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Peter's giving good night to John. Sci-Fi Channel was awesome back in the day. Yes, it was. Stargate SG-1 at Atlantis, Eureka, Warehouse 13, and several others I can't think of. I loved Eureka. I loved Warehouse 13. Stargate SG-1. I couldn't get into Atlantis for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought it was booty.
And I couldn't get into Universe or but the original SG-1. Until they got rid of Daniel. When they got rid of Daniel
for just 1 season there in season 6, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when they had that Novak or Newick or whatever the hell his name was. Yeah, him.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad actor.
No, he wasn't. But it
can't live up to Daniel Jackson, man.
Yeah, Empire of Bronze sounds good. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, Interesting. Military sci-fi in space. Honor Harrington series by David Weber. Spaceship Combat. The
Yep.
problem I've got with Honor Harrington is it's Napoleonic naval
What?
in space.
What?
You mean what?
That seemed pretty pretty obvious. What? How do you do Napoleon? Well, I mean, please explain this to me because now.
Okay,
my
so
interest is
the
heavily-
ships are cigar shaped.
That's not how Napoleonic ships look like.
Would you stop?
What?
And all of their guns are broadside
Why?
along the ships, and they literally
Like
fly
these?
through space. Kind of an. I've actually got some photos of them. I'll show them to you later.
I mean, I've got Victorian sci-fi ships that look like that.
No, these are actually far flung in the future. But it's what it is, and why I say it's Napoleonics in space, is because of how they fight.
Yeah, because everything's broadside based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's still good books. Think of Horatio Hornblower as a woman captaining a spaceship.
Thinking of Horatio Hornblower as a woman is giving me weird feelings that I wasn't prepared to deal with tonight. So we're gonna skip right over that one.
Yeah.
Dude, Farscape, man.
Farscape was a good one.
Did you just hit a blunt before you said that? It was just, dude, Farscape, man.
Dude, he's high on tostadas.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you're in your taco high.
And what is it? Andromeda? I can't say it.
Andromeda.
Yeah, Andromeda.
Andromeda. Oh my lord.
Everything's got to be Latino with him.
I
Taco
played
Lita, Enchiladalita.
I played a version of Don't Be a Menace this evening with Fistful of Lead. That was good. Not really sci-fi or a book, but we're talking about shows and movies now. So
Yeah.
that was good.
The first book of Stephen R. Donaldson's space opera trilogy is great. The last two, not so much, based on the Ring cycle by Wagner, but in space. All right.
Todd's going to come out and take
Wagner.
a fistful of fentanyl with me next week.
Oh my God.
Are we sure it's Wagner? Is he German or Austrian?
Wagner.
Now we're talking about Todd's music. That's fancy rich person music.
Wagner.
I forgot. Lex.
Todd thinks Wagner's derivative.
He is.
All right.
But, aren't they?
I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what games I sent you all.
What? I thought it was going to be a surprise when it got here tomorrow.
You ready?
Yeah. No.
Here it comes.
Go.
You're not going to know until they
Oh,
show
dude,
up.
eat a dick, Jeff. What a terrible
Berg's-
person.
Oh, okay. We're actually talking about Wagner, the
Composer.
composer. God, why couldn't I? All I can think of is Concertist, and that was
music
not it.
Andromeda.
Joy Wargaming in the house. Heyo.
Hey, John.
Joy.
Joy of Wargaming. I've
Welcome,
been trying
sir.
to figure out. Maybe you guys know. Can you send somebody a message on YouTube? Like, is that a thing?
No.
Like a
I think I got rid of that.
Okay, Joy of Wargaming. You should be on here sometime because you do really cool stuff. And you come up with good games, and you stick with them, and you actually play them a bunch online, and it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out how to do that.
Joy.
And if you can't do it,
What's his real name?
John.
John. Joy of Wargaming. John. If we are in a group on Facebook together, hit me up. I would love to have you come on the show with us,
Yes.
and just chat like we do here, but bring you into the fold for one of the shows.
Games and playing games and designing scenarios and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
Fantastic.
outstanding. Yeah, your channel's awesome.
love
And I
to
want
have
to-
you. And any of you other any of the other guys out there that have got channels,
Hey, John.
I'd love to have you guys come on.
Hey, John, we'd love to have you on here to kiss your ass.
Yeah, I mean, kind of to a certain extent.
Well, yeah, there's that. Okay, I will figure out your email and we'll get you to going. Okay, yeah. Don Mollison. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Again,
will
you
get
should
that
buy
taken
his
care of.
books. They're good. Read his books. Five Dragons is good. What's the one Emperor? Crap. And then he's got like it's not Mad Max, but it's a post-apocalyptic. It's about a young man. Very good. Read his books. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I found them. They're good.
Oh crap! I did my
Make
brother.
wargaming scenarios off of those. Actually, how did I forget that? That's one I've been working on trying to figure out how to play scenarios out of Five Dragons. And now that I'm sitting here, I can't see where I put that damn big ass red dragon that I painted. But anyways, yeah. Please.
Wretched Son, he says.
What's up? Yes, Wretched Son. There you go. Again, good stuff. Again, good inspiration for games. Yeah, read it, watch it. Go watch his imagination or his campaign videos. They're fantastic. I played a naval game back in the day to resolve something for an imagination scenario, and now he's playing Fight and Sail, and I'm never going to get to do that again. So, yeah, by all means, guys, go look at Joy of Wargaming. I'm sure you're already over there. He's got a whole bunch of subscribers, like 2,000, I think, something like that.
Can I borrow a cup?
Yeah.
I need about a cup and a half of subscribers, please.
And he's talked about Wiley on his show before, stuff like that. I don't remember which one it was. I was driving myself nuts trying to remember, but then he played the old Wiley Games ad from back on the War Room days.
Gasland.
He has played Gasland. Dude, he's played Gasland. It's huge. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like on a playground. Yeah, man. Brian's a fan. I'm picking up on that. But anyways, we should save that for hopefully a soon episode where he's on here, as opposed to
I just sent him an email, so
ranting about it now. Yeah, outstanding.
Chuck says the Berserker series, Fred Saberhagen, Berserkers were planet-killing machines.
Nice. At first, I thought you meant like the metal song from Clerks, which is also quite outstanding. But yeah, different kind of outstanding.
Bunkhouse says, I'm working on my channel. Got to clean up my space to start making wargaming and hobby videos.
There you go, Bunkhouse.
So before I go on
an interesting topic, isn't it?
Before I go on that divergent topic, anybody have anything else to throw at the whole, hey, this is a books
I read way too much. I'm probably just going to keep randomly piping up with stuff, and I do apologize.
No, that's okay, man. It's what keeps us rolling. So, and we can come back if anybody wants to chime in again with books, but I'm going to go ahead and re-announce for those of you that weren't with us. We've now have a one-time use discount code at Wiley Games.
What?
Yep, 10% off.
You don't say.
10% off everything in your basket except for the bundles.
Yeah, because those are already more than 10% off.
Bundles get 15% off. You can't stack. Don't come bitching to me about it. Don't go bitching to Jay about it.
You should definitely email him so that you get on BSing with the
Yes.
Well,
yes,
you could do that. You could, if you want to be that guy and be on BSing with the Baron.
In the dumbass mailbag.
And then go ahead and bitch to him about how you can't stack your discounts. But
while you're there, ask him when you can get a copy of the fantasy hardback.
Right, yeah. Why you don't get free PDFs.
Younger Storm of Steel is very good. And Storm of Steel is another good YouTube channel you should go watch.
Oh my gosh, Storm of Steel is incredible.
The book and the YouTube. Sorry, Chris, keep going.
That's okay.
And
So yeah, 10% off one time. Once you've used the code, you're done.
You got to make a new email address.
Yeah, you'd have to make a new email address. But Robin's pretty wily.
Dude, she's smart. She's gonna figure it out, and they'll
Yeah.
probably just make fun of you. So that's fair.
So I mean, you could go out and you could rent a PO box each time, but that's going to cost you more than you're saving. So
I was about to say,
get
if
over
you're
on
taking-
yourself.
if you're taking recommendations, I've been telling Jay he needs to do a buy all option for a while.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're up in the air about something, grab the PDF. Most of them are like
$7.
the most expensive ones are $7. Yeah, most of the cool ones that you see are like the vehicle manual and stuff like that. They're like $3.
Yeah.
They're $3. Like just grab them, man. It took me forever to pick up the vehicle manual and the Codex Galactica and all that. So unbelievably worth it. I was sitting there at W3 just going, I'm an idiot. Why did this take me so long? Same with even if you have zero interest whatsoever in the Mexican Revolution or anything Mexican related, buying that book, the scenarios are so well written and so well laid out to be applied to quite literally anything.
This one?
Yes. Mine's sitting across the room. I'm trying to get pirates painted up, so I can't
Is that a
grab
Wiley
mine
book?
to show you as well.
Yeah.
But
It's
very good. Grab it. Same with like Dark Day of the Destructo Ray. It's awesome. It's a great book just for everything. Didn't somebody use that for like a samurai campaign over in the UK?
I think they did.
Yes, they did. Again, my point is, if you're in doubt as to I don't know if I should get this from Wiley, you should probably get it from Wiley. To be honest with you, you should probably get it from Wiley.
Hold on here. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
So this is wild. My batch painting has finally progressed to the point where I'm putting different washes on figures in the process of batch painting. It's weird. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it, but it does make them look better.
The PDF for this book here,
$5, I think.
$6.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I think you're looking Canadian.
Dark Day of the Destructo Ray, $3.
Yeah. Again, the vehicle manual is $3.
Yeah.
And that book is great. It's for Galactic Heroes, I believe, but it works really well for bigger battles as well.
Yep.
Oh my god!
And then he's just got a ton of
Get the-
99-cent scenarios.
Oh yeah, dude, they're awesome too.
You
They're
know,
doing Revenant tomorrow, aren't they?
They are
Yep.
doing the Revenant one tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm really sad that that's not one of the days I can randomly drive to KC and surprise them.
guys,
We're not
six
random
galactic,
people.
6 galactic hero scenarios, free.
Yeah, we're not random people. To get, first off, Jay's not paying us because, well, I don't know. Whatever, Jay. If you want to give me $1, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Except for that, I just, oh man. Actually, I take that back. I just ate a bunch of Jay's donuts, but then I also bought bread from him, and his son and Marshall makes really, really good sourdough. So
Yeah.
let's put it this way. How about this, Jay? If you put Marshall's sourdough somehow shippable on there, I'll definitely buy that, and I won't even use the discount code.
There you go.
Uh,
Little Bighorn scenario pack.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Great.
Free.
Oh, even better. I was about to say another thing I get to go
I mean,
send Wiley money for.
He is literally.
How did I miss that?
It's on page 4 of the
Cool
cool
stuff to
stuff for download.
I know what the page headings are. Outstanding.
Oh man.
There's a little Bighorn scenario. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's free.
hopefully it's as simple as put cavalry on table, overrun with Indians.
Oh, there you go.
Cavalry player must exclaim. That's a lot of fucking Indians. End of game. End of game.
So yeah, well, and that's actually the problem I have with gaming the Alamo.
Yeah.
Crockett looks out over the wall on that 13th morning and says, "Where'd all these fucking Mexicans come from?"
Yeah.
Aren't they saying that in Texas right now?
We've been saying that for centuries.
Oof. Now I think in Texas is where are all these Californians coming from?
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing I was going to discuss.
Freaking California.
The other thing I was
Do
gonna
you have
discuss-
that in? You have that problem in Arizona
Oh,
too, Brian?
dude,
Dude,
it's even worse.
Yeah, it's worse here.
Well, see, we've got the high tech tech bubble money Californians in Austin.
Yeah.
He's got all the ones that can just drive really fast from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
sorry, Brian.
they brought all their ideology over here. You know.
Uh-huh.
So now we won't get into all that. But anyway.
Sorry, Brian. Yeah. I'll just keep
But
saying sorry to you.
the other thing that I was going to mention about the channel is I'm going to start doing regular uploading of videos.
It's about time.
Shut up.
I haven't seen you go live.
Yeah,
I
go
know.
live, and then we
I'm
can
gonna
talk.
do it.
Why
I
not?
will do it next week.
Not on Wednesday, you're not.
No, not on Wednesday.
I'll go live with you, Warmut.
So will I.
Oh crap.
We'll do a live paint. Again, I'll just start adding you into the random group of people. I go, hey, you want to go live right now
Everybody's
Like
going
with-
live now, man.
with Todd and Jeff and Chris?
It's
I've
because
done that to all
I
these
like
guys.
the interaction with the viewers.
I just
That's
didn't
why I
just
do
get
it.
Punk viewers on their assumptions, like people,
No.
you know.
I get the interaction with Chuck and Peter and John Joy Wargaming and David Hall and Two Action Steve and
I did see that
and,
Dave Hall was on here earlier. That was pretty sweet.
P. Beckus and
Yeah, where is Paulie Boy? Paul has got to know that we're live right now.
yeah
It's only
he's
the middle of his work morning over in Australia
either
right now.
he's either A, not feeling really good, which I hope that's not the case, or B, he's busier than fuck as being a desk sergeant and
Yeah, he's
hating
working
every
right
second
now,
of
let's
it.
Be honest here. Yeah, he's working, and it's only the middle of his morning
Yeah,
when he's supposed to be being productive right now, which really is not an excuse
yeah.
to not
So,
be here.
I'm hoping that's what it is.
Quit responding to domestics and watch our show, Paul.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna start doing videos, posting them up. My plan is a Monday and a Friday post. Guys, give me ideas of what you would like to see. I already know some of the things that I'm going to do.
Are we still going to do McMurray's random shit showcases?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right,
I
cool.
still think those need to be live though.
That's very fair. That'd be far more entertaining. That's fair.
Um,
God, the heckling though. Yeah,
it's
right,
part of the
that's
fun.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, all it's going to be is these three idiots on here just making fun of me while we're doing this. Hey, did you finish painting those guys? Shut up. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to put that up too. God, I keep forgetting to do that.
Oh, but I'm gonna start. I'm hoping my first video is gonna go up on Monday. It's gonna be. Y'all are gonna just get tired of hearing about it, but it's gonna be Fistful of Lead, Galactic Heroes, Star Wars.
I don't think, I
And
think
what-
we could have just left it at my first video is going to be up on Monday, and we all would have known what it was going to be.
Yeah, but what I'm hoping to be able to do is go through and show my Star Wars miniatures and how I've put them together into different teams and show how I built the stats and that type of thing. That way, if people are interested in Fistful of Lead, they can go grab the $7 PDF and then see
Oh, absolutely.
how to put shit together.
That's ingenious. They can just watch your video, grab their figures they already have for Legion, and run with it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
ingenious.
Yeah. So those of y'all that have channels that have got videos up, if y'all would, get a hold of me or message me on Facebook or on the Discord channel or whatever, and kind of help me figure out how to tag videos to get the most interest generated. Peter says, I have a topic for this show or your other shows. Desert Island games. You can take one 3-inch deep standard game box and only one when stranded on a desert island. What game is in the box?
Oh,
Well,
Peter. Oh, Jesus.
let's see.
That'd be tough with miniatures.
Yeah, it would be. It would be, but I could do it.
Yeah, you could do real small miniatures and put about 6 or 7 small rule books in there.
I could get these 2 books.
All of a sudden, you dickheads are all looking at my 2mm stuff, all envious and whatnot.
I can do.
Who's
I can
laughing
do.
now, girls?
I can do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's laughing at my 2mm stuff now, goofs? Oh, that's a good idea, Peter.
Yeah, actually, it is. That's a great idea. We will have that one in the near future. I am still on track with getting Francisco and Alvaro Irize on the show. They had to bail on me this past Saturday because their tournament went bigger and longer than they expected it to. Apparently they had like double the turnout they were expecting.
That's a really
which is a good thing.
Yeah, good for them.
It's good. Yeah, absolutely good for them. Francisco let me know early. I think it was actually on Friday. He told me, "Hey man, I'm not going to be able to do it this weekend. We've got the tournament, and it's gone gangbusters." So I am still working on that. Of course, bringing John from Joy of Wargaming on at some point. Hopefully in the near future. And 3 weeks from tonight, we will not have a show.
What's that, day before Thanksgiving?
No, that's the first day I'm at Disney.
Oh. Well, maybe we can pre-record something and drop it on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So then folks will still have something to do. That or one of the other channels that we're intimately familiar with because they're on here live right now can do something on a Wednesday night.
Exactly. So, because guys, y'all, every time I see y'all's name pop up and y'all say hi or salutations or what the fuck are you doing here, it makes me happy.
Tostada, taco time, ice cream.
You know,
quesadilla.
Those are always the best ones.
Yeah.
Those make me happy.
You know, I genuinely appreciate that you guys have nothing better to do on a Wednesday night than sit here and watch us. Because I'm the same way with a lot of things. You know, I'll sit and watch stupid reaction videos for hours on end.
I was about to say the end of my workday is always better on. I think it's 2 months. I don't remember what day it is, but when Joy of Wargaming drops his videos super early in the morning at like 5 o'clock Central. And so
that's when you're just winding up the day, isn't it?
Yeah, that usually is how I finish my day, is by watching, you know, whichever battle report or whatever else he puts out. It's pretty entertaining.
So,
and I know he usually watches us, you know, on his commute. I know Paul Beckus does that too. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I thank y'all for joining me every week. Like I said, the big reason why I'm gonna start be doing the videos. God, was that even a freaking sentence?
You're working on it, buddy. It's okay.
The main reason.
Andromeda.
Andormia.
Tostada, taco, enchilada. The main reason why I am going to start doing the recorded videos is it gives something on the channel people can go search for and watch at any time. And hopefully we'll start building the channel more. We are at 66 right now.
I was about to say, I feel like those are easier. Like people are more likely to click on those things than like a live show that they're watching afterwards. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because I'm planning on making them, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes long. We'll see. I'm gonna see about doing some gameplay, not necessarily live gameplay, because especially as we start getting into the colder months in the northern hemisphere, my basement becomes a meat locker.
Dude, Bunkhouse is onto it.
Let's see. Hold on.
First off, Day of Days is correct. Peter.
That would be okay. Chuck says GMT 3-inch box stuffed with SCS from MMP.
Yeah.
Peter says that would be my choice too, Charles. I could fiddle with the setup, the CRT, and the parachute rules, etc., to make variety and test out how the invasion would be impacted by the changes. Very nice. I enjoy having something to look forward to on a weekly basis. Gives me an evening a week to work on models and get inspiration. Well, I'm glad that I'm doing this for you. Pete says Day of Days or the GTS D-Day game from MMP. And then Bunkhouse says we need to put together some evergreen content that draws people in for a long time after they are published.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Starter kit 1 through 4.
What? Oh, ASL. We're not playing ASL. Jeff, you make ASL videos. Get out of here.
I haven't made any of them.
Todd has made ASL videos, I think.
Anyway, ASL. Ugh. It's like reading refrigerator instructions.
That was my joke.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely needing to do something to generate more
latent, like passive views, not just live stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I said, people see, oh yeah, that might be, I gotta watch this thing for 2 hours to see everything. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, 10, 15, 20 minute long, maybe, 30 at the longest, unless even if I do some gameplay, I'm sure I can cut it down quite a bit. I mean, I've got the equipment.
Breaking stuff up, like this is shooting, this is movement, stuff like that tends to work well too.
Yeah.
I've noticed that those videos tend to get a lot of views as opposed to just here's gameplay for the whole frigging game.
Right.
That being said, you viewers, tell us what you would prefer to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
we're going to click on the damn things.
I'm completely open to suggestion. If I like the idea, I'll take it. If I don't like the idea, I won't take it. And if y'all say, just, you suck, shutter the son of a bitch and leave, well.
All right, fine. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, but don't, please.
Yeah, you should probably stay. At least leave your subscription. Even if
doing those gameplays, man, there's a lot of editing involved in that stuff, man.
Yeah, there is.
That's why I learned to do those Zombicide stuff.
The great thing is, I've got the right software for it. I don't have to go figure it out. I've used this software for the last 15 years.
Yikes.
So,
yeah.
Guys, they're almost done. The pirates are rapidly that phase where you put washes on them at the end or near the end is really. God,
did you do the boots?
Yeah, I did the damn boots. See them? There they are. They're black. I did the damn boots. Every one of them has painted boots. This is the blue. These are the blue guys.
Nice.
Instead of trying to distinguish who's who, I know that pirates were disorganized and they didn't necessarily do all this, but it's a whole lot easier if, you're the blue guys, okay?
Exactly.
Especially when there's like 20 something of them like these guys are. You can see how many of them there are.
Yeah, and they all look the same.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah. So I know it's not quite as impressive or whatnot, but you can take right off, Hoser.
Hey, you know what?
You hoser E.
You know what? You know what those are, and
a tabletop standard.
What this is?
A quite acceptable tabletop standard.
It's It's a 3D game
Shit.
token.
Yep.
There you go.
And you know what? I like
So-
these ones.
You know, so you know what? That's the blue team.
Dude, it reminds me of what movie is that Adam Sandler's in? And Vicky Valancourt showed me her boobies, and I like them too. You know what? I like these, okay? Leave them be. They're not as well, okay, that's drastically misrepresenting how good my miniatures are. But
Yeah.
I like them. They work for me. They work well enough for anybody that's deciding to deign to play with them. So
Two Action Steve and Jay Wiley make Vicky Valancourt miniatures.
they do.
You make Kathy Bates.
Oh, you can take that out. I can't believe you just compared any of my miniatures to Kathy friggin' Bates. Wow. Wow, that's old nasty Kathy Bates too, not young nasty Kathy Bates.
Come on, I had to. I mean, it was
What?
literally.
Not only that,
literally.
The only thing anyone ever recognizes Kathy Bates from anymore is The Office, and that's like 10 years after
What?
Waterboy, and it's even worse.
I didn't even know she was on The Office.
Yeah,
no,
she's the last
That's
what
the-
I remember Kathy Bates from is Misery.
Yeah, Misery.
where she like hobbles that guy.
Yeah.
Still not good looking.
No, I'm not saying she
No,
is.
Yes,
Well,
Chris.
I'm just saying, fucking hardcore.
Oh yeah, McMurray's miniatures are ugly and they like crippling people. Jesus,
Well,
you're
isn't
not
that what
wrong.
pirates do?
Again, to pull a quote from the Big Lebowski, you're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole. Like, you're not
Shut up,
wrong.
Donnie.
I just don't like you. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
here's
I'm
another thing I
sorry.
started doing. Just not giving a shit. Like, I have all this flesh wash left over. I'm just gonna toss some dark tone into there and do the rest of them like this. I did their skin. Now I'm gonna do their bodies and stuff. Because you know what? That brown wash isn't gonna kill anything. I don't give a shit.
There you go.
Having a brown mixed into a black wash is just going to make them look more grimy, which they're pirates.
They're supposed to be
gonna
grimy.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they might bathe once a year.
If
And it's when they
in.
fall off. That's when they fall into the ocean.
Yeah.
When they're transferring from the side of the ship to
Who is
the
getting?
longboat.
Who's
It's
making money?
me. It's
Who's
me.
getting tipped? That's Brian getting tipped.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it's customers.
What the hell?
No, that's exactly what they're called.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I've always seen them called too. Is customers. Like, what do you call the
that
people who
or
pay you for-
users. who
Wait,
do
you're not
those-
making. You're not distributing feet pics while we're on here, are you?
No, it's
Because that'll get us thrown the hell off at Twitch.
No, it's just business customers.
Well, see, I'm not.
Just business. Heard that before. I'm just kidding. You make your money however you need to make your money, Brian. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Hey,
We support you and we love you.
we just shipped 43,000 pounds of turkey feed to
You
a
gotta get them
state
fat,
park.
man. It's almost Thanksgiving, dog.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
You still slinging that G-Pig feed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, what's he eating? What was that?
Tacos.
I have my glasses off. Let me see.
What was it?
Tacos. Just Taco
Oh, we
Bell.
got taco. Oh yeah. Hey, those are
Did you
Doritos
put your
tacos from Taco Bell.
Did you just put Taco Bell on a plate?
Yeah, that's Dorito taco shells right there, man.
Jesus,
Yeah, I had,
you're
to I had to microwave it. It's from earlier.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
that's sad. I could spot out Dorito taco.
Yeah, Doritos Loco Tacos, baby. That's what's up.
I did local Mexican food for lunch today.
Warmut
And-
is a man of the world.
What's that?
I said Warmut is a sophisticated man of the world.
Yeah, he is. I said
YouTube.
what the hell did I
Did
have?
did local Mexican for lunch today?
Yeah, it was a taco, a
YouTube.
beef enchilada, and refried beans. It's called the Speedy Gonzales.
Oh,
Does it
man.
make
Yeah, I
you
wonder
run really
why.
fast to go to the bathroom?
What's that?
Because it makes you run to the bathroom really fast.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's because at lunch it comes out of the kitchen really fast.
Oh, that's fair.
And this restaurant here in town knows me so well. By the time I've sat down, they've already come over and said, "Regular." Yep.
There you go. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's customer
And-
service, man.
And within 10 minutes, the plate's in front of me.
I bet you when Brian goes into his favorite taco place, there's like some kid in there that's just like Radar O'Reilly. He recognizes like the sound of his vehicle. He's like, Brian, and the manager's like, "What, Brian?"
Some still speak to me like speak Spanish to me, man.
Well,
Spanish to you?
Miss Amat, Miss Amat.
Anyways, and I say Paquito Español. Oh, and I say Gringo. Oh,
muy poco, muy poco.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, has anybody
the kids in the back washing the refried bean pan is like,
Brian,
Gringo Brian, and the manager's like,
Anyways,
"What are you talking about?"
dude, that's how you know you're at a good Chinese restaurant, is when the person checking you out, like ringing you out, is like a fourth grader, because it's the person who speaks English the best to anybody in the restaurant. You know what I mean? We've all been
Oh
there.
yeah,
And those are empirically the best Chinese restaurants.
yeah.
Yeah, because the kid that goes to, American school is the only person in that restaurant that speaks English very well. And those are the best ones. That or when they got like some stoner kid
What-
who's the
whoa.
cashier and delivery driver.
Whoa. We need to discuss here for a second what Chuck just put on his. I'm good with everything on that
Nice.
except for the mayonnaise.
What the hell's wrong with mayonnaise, man? You're not even from Texas if you're not eating mayonnaise with everything. What the hell? We got an imposter among us, boys.
No, not on a friggin' hot dog.
What?
No,
You never had a mayonnaise sandwich?
no.
ugh. No, I never had that either. Yeah.
We used to eat mayonnaise sandwiches when I was growing up. It's just mayonnaise and 2 pieces of white bread.
Oh.
No,
It's
no.
a tangy treat.
I would have I would have a wish sandwich. You know what a wish sandwich is?
When you wish there was some meat on there.
Yeah, when you got 2 pieces of bread and you wish you had some meat.
Yeah.
But the flour tortilla, I'm good with. Nuked hot dog, I'm good with. Cheese, great. Avocado, better. Refried beans, just stupendous. Pacifico, that's okay. I'm a Dos Equis or a Modelo guy myself, but no on the mayonnaise.
I can't
Are you
believe
sure
guys
you
don't
weren't
like
outside the wall at the Alamo?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dos Equis, Modelo's.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he does fight outside the wall at the Alamo.
My dad grew up 3 miles from Mexico. So,
Yes. That's okay. The Alamo was in Mexico when they fought there.
yep, exactly. And some people contest that anything south of Interstate 10 should be given back to Mexico. My mom being one of them.
I don't know where Interstate 10 is, but
That's the interstate that goes from Orange, Texas, which is just east of Houston, through San Antonio, over to El Paso.
beats me, man.
Come on.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, she was from North Texas, up around Lubbock, West Texas, I should say, up around Lubbock.
Ugh.
And
So like hardcore high school football territory.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Where the football coach makes, well, in her high school, at the high school in the town she grew up in, the football coach made
More than
whatever the rate was for being a history teacher, plus high 5-figure salary for being a football coach.
Yeah.
On
Now,
top
this
of
is-
that,
Now this is Lubbock, Midland, Odessa. Now there ain't much out there.
There's a few things out there.
Yeah.
Cotton, gophers, or not gophers, prairie dogs,
And high school football? Is that
and
what I'm
high school
thinking?
football.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania and Texas, high school football.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, where the football stadium for the high school that in my mom's town was right across the road from her house. I think it had the bleachers could seat 75, maybe not that many, 5,500. And the population of the town was 3,200.
Well, you got an away team, so that town's got to bring their 3,200 also.
Yeah, from an hour and a half away. And they would. It's crazy. Crazy. That's an entirely different topic. But you know how you could play West Texas football in miniature?
Fistful of lead.
Fistful of lead, baby. Because there is something called six-man football in Texas. And that's for the schools that are really, really small. And where they've got like maybe in the entire high school 20 male
People big enough to play football.
Oh shit! It doesn't matter how big you are. If you got two legs and you can run,
You
and
playing football in Texas?
you can play six-man football. So that's an entirely different topic, though. But I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. 18,000 seat football stadium in Allen, Texas, max capacity 21,000 for one game. That's the small one in Allen, Texas. They built hold on one second.
Wild. You people are on a whole different planet.
Eagle Stadium. Oh yeah, no, that's the right one. Yeah, it's 18,000, and it cost $60 million to build.
Jesus Christ. Good
Hold
Lord.
on here. Hold on.
So back in the realm of Toddy, what you playing over there, buddy?
Hold on one.
What are you
second.
playing? Wardrobe?
Dice United.
You're playing Dice United?
What?
That sounds
that a
like a
game?
soccer game. Wait a minute. Are you playing a soccer game? Like,
I
is
keep
that
waiting for
actually
them to light up
soccer?
the
It
tape.
sounds. That's a high school football stadium.
That's a high school football stadium.
I feel like Mizzou would be proud of that football stadium, and then they're in the SEC.
And this high school football team would probably beat Mizzou.
I mean, all right. Faro's pretty
Set
Pretty
my
impressive,
head
but that's
like that
wild.
And lost it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. It's ridiculous. This school district was actually one of my customers when I was a software trainer in Texas. So, yeah.
Huh, Todd's playing soccer.
Completely nuts.
How do you actually play it? Is Dice United a soccer game?
Playing soccer?
Is it? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, is it? It just sounds like
Yeah,
United
it's
is
soccer.
usually what you hear.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Soccer.
there you go. Is it fun?
Yeah.
Do you get to be like soccer hooligans?
No.
You get to bend it like Beckham?
So yeah.
I bet you we could play soccer hooligans with Fistful of Lead.
Yeah, we could.
Why are we talking about
That
soccer?
sounds like a hilarious game, actually.
Actually, a great TV show that's on Apple TV right now is Ted Lasso.
It is.
I heard about that a lot.
I had to cancel my free. I had a free year of Apple TV for getting an iPhone, and I had to cancel right before the second season of Ted Lasso came
Oh,
out.
the second season is so good.
The first season I really enjoyed. I remember when that was just like a sketch
Yeah.
that Jason Sudeikis did that was beyond hilarious.
Yeah.
And then somebody told me they made a TV show out of it, and I got really excited because it's a very, very it's a hilarious concept.
It is the best
It's the only thing
TV
watchable
on
Apple
TV right now.
It's
There's
the
some
only
other good
watchable
stuff on
thing.
Apple TV.
Well, you got Greyhound. That's about it.
Yeah.
How about that Jason Momoa?
See,
Yeah.
Senor?
it's interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's the whole premise of a plague hitting the human race and making them all blind
That's almost funny.
is hard to wrap my brain around, because literally, how do you survive if everybody is blind?
Well, not driving around very much.
No. It drove everybody back to the Stone Age, literally.
Yeah, that's my point.
But
Walking off
how? I mean, unless we figure out echolocation by clicks and whirs. Peter wants to know how the Desert War is going. Hexy.
Brazen chariots, Mr. Jeffrey.
I'll give you one little thing that happened. The British kicked the living shit out of the Arrietty division.
The Who division?
The Arrietty division. So
Oh.
about like history, huh?
Just
The Italians
stomping
flopped,
all
huh?
of them. Hit them from two sides. But on the other end of the battlefield, 21st Panzer is making a mockery out of 4th Armored Brigade and getting ready to tear up support group.
The real question is, if the Germans lose, are you going to blame Operation Flipper? Like, do the British actually succeed in knocking out Rommel?
I don't know anything about the Dolphin movie.
Operation
Right.
Flipper was a British commando raid that was going to try and knock off.
Flipper
Earl
was a
Rommel.
dolphin in a show like Lassie.
Agree.
What this guy
Why are you
said.
such an anti-historical asshole?
I have you guys for historical stuff.
Yeah, we've got Hexy and Warmut for the hot 1970s cop
yeah.
show chicks.
Yeah.
That was quite entertaining today at work. I appreciated all those wonderful images y'all sent me.
I still say Linda Carter tops them all.
Yeah, she was a hottie.
So,
Someone
Anyway,
put
boys.
some modern chick up there. Oh, Kate Beckinsale from John, I think.
yeah, Kate Beckinsale.
She's hot, but we were doing 70s, man.
Well, name a hot 70s chick from Britain.
Elka Summer.
I was about to say there were
There you
tons
go.
of them. Like,
Golly, she just recently died too, man.
Not in TV shows.
what's the smoke show's name from?
Rig.
Yeah,
Diana
Diana
Rigg. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
But she was 60s.
What was
Well,
what was
yeah.
the smoke
Come
show from? Let's be honest, Dana Rigg was hot in the 70s too.
Yeah, she was.
What's the lady's name from? Oh Jesus, The Eagle Has Landed. That was
Oh, good movie, by the way.
yeah. Well, that or any Bond girl. How
It
about
don't
that?
matter. Raquel Welch blows them all away. From
Okay.
London and DC.
110. Yeah, that's hard to argue with.
Catherine Bach.
Again, any of the Bond girls, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, Ursula Andress.
Yes.
Or Anders. Or whatever. Yeah.
Well, this is diverging into a completely different topic.
This is usually where we terminate and just chit chat for a little while after everybody's gone.
No.
I don't know if do we even have any live viewers anymore. God bless
I'm
you.
gonna
We got
Todd.
8. We got
Or-
8.
What the?
I want to see Todd light up a pipe while he's sitting in that chair like he is.
Right? What are you reading, Todd?
Ask Warmut.
Oh, Dice United, the soccer game.
No, the rules.
Oh, yeah, the rules.
All right. Well,
It looks cool, buddy.
folks, y'all are killing me. Folks, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you for, letting us just talk about random. Actually, tonight wasn't too random. We got random here at the end, but that's okay.
I was about to say, we were talking about 70s women that gave us boners. It's a pretty random topic.
I said at the end, and going an hour and a half and staying on topic for that hour and a half.
That's tough.
It's I'm glad that we can do it. And one of my viewers has actually commented about that. He said, "I'm glad that you're keeping on focus on your topics." And he was referring specifically to one of our first Hex Encounter shows we did. He said, You advertised Hex Encounter. I came on and watched this show, and I got Hex Encounter.
That's awesome. Who was that?
Mr.
Elena.
Wiley.
Oh, there you go. What a guy.
Yeah. So
We can do
thank
another
y'all
Hex
for
Encounter.
allowing me to stay on topic and not diverge and have. At the end is okay. We
sorry that I
can
got us
diverge
on
at the end.
The Texas thing.
It's all good. But to my viewers, thank you so much for those that come on and watch later. I'm glad you come and watch later. And there's quite a bit of you that do that. We normally get 4 times the number of views than we do views while we're live. So we'll have 15, sometimes maybe 20 views live, and we'll be getting 75, 80 views. We're starting to get 75, 80 views total on an
Let's look it up,
episode.
guys. Link it to your friends. Tell them about it. Like, share, subscribe. Go ahead.
Smash
All
that
that
button,
good
make the
stuff.
ding-a-ling thing go
All
off
that
and
YouTuber
whatever. Yeah,
stuff.
woo!
Yeah. Buy shit from our Amazon affiliates. I don't think we
Which-
have those, but you
No,
should
we
still
don't.
go do stuff.
Stupid.
But make your wish list of all
Check it
things
twice.
Wiley. Go fill
gonna
your
say, yeah.
basket.
I got to do my Friday night wish list first.
Go fill your basket at
Yep.
wiley-games.com.
Jeff, do I need to go put the bibs on for you?
As long as it's not a bundle, you're going to get 10% off when you put in not J in the coupon code. One-time deal. You get it once. So remember to
worth
do
it,
that.
guys.
I'm going to go buy something because I have not.
Jeff's buying miniature stuff.
Woo!
Yeah, right.
Get bigger battles, Jeff. It'll work
Peter-
for all these
Peter
15-year-old
says
tidy
MMP sale is coming up. All right.
MMP sale is coming up like Friday.
MMP is that what is
I
it?
will be there.
Multi-man production.
Multi-man
Hey,
publishing. Yes.
hey, Todd, guess what?
What?
They guarantee that it will start at midnight.
Oh.
Well,
Why? Because we threw such a
midnight-
bitch fit about Auto for
midnight-
Barbarossa?
midnight Eastern.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 11 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Mountain,
There's only one game I want, unless they have some old SCS titles that show up.
9 o'clock left coast time.
Is this the cardboard game stuff?
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
cardboard.
Yeah.
It's Heart Attack Games.
No, those things.
Actually, I think that would be a great name for a game company.
Heart Attack Games.
Heart Attack Games. We can have our logo can be a picture of Vormut doing this.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. So
That's hilarious. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. Screw
Mm.
you guys.
Jeffy, you better not have sent that to Todd Lee. If Todd has a heart attack right after he moves in before we get to play Jean Bleu Gap, again,
Yeah,
driving to West
look,
Virginia.
well, first off, 3 of the games you all should already know what those are because I told Todd one of them.
How should I know?
I've been kind of busy.
It's going to be the one at the bottom of the box when he pulls that out.
I don't remember anything we've talked about.
I
Well,
hope
that
we're
one
going
there
to
you definitely don't.
unbox this live. I really hope we do.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
He might bitch at me, but he.
But
might not.
between the three of us,
Yeah, somebody we should be. Able to
we
figure it out.
we could do live unboxing.
It's going
Yeah.
to Todd's house. Hopefully, Todd can. We can do a ta-ta for now live unboxing.
There you
There's 2
go.
for Todd and 2 for you, McMurray.
You sent me 2 games. I'm already behind on games, Jeff.
Hey.
Believe me, you've already seen these ones. You'll know the minute you get them because I won't play them.
I'll go out. I'll do a video of an unboxing at my recyclables there and take some scissors and do some clipping.
There
I
you
like
go.
your trash stuff you do, Mutt.
I'm about to say I've
Oh,
watched
okay.
more trash terrain videos in the last few weeks than I have in a long time. Or Mud, and they're awesome. No,
I'm
I'm
almost
not
done
making
with
fun
it,
of you.
man, because I'm about ready to take a break from it here.
Well, yeah, you've done like 22 of them or something.
So, no, I got
You
about
good at
2
Hex
more.
Encounter games?
It's awesome, and
They all look great.
that pawn shop
Thank you.
looks, yeah, that blew me away, man. That's
Yes,
awesome.
it does.
If
Where do you find time to do this between eating tacos?
Believe it or not, it's actually pretty quick to do that stuff because, see, I'm not like the other scratch builders or whatever. I mean, they sit there and they cut into it and all that. I'm sitting there making a challenge where what do I add to it and not, just add stuff to it. And that's it. And
yeah,
so-
you're not cutting individual walls and stuff. You have a
No,
structure.
no. I'm just using, trash, whatever.
Najee, when are you completely finished with your freaking storage bin thingy with the Star Wars peoples in it?
What? The Tantive 4?
That hallway thing he did.
Storage bin?
Oh,
It's a hallway, Virginia.
Be honest with me, Jeff. How high are you
you
right
mean
now?
this guy?
Oh, I'm delayed. Yeah, that thing.
You're talking about what I'm making with these?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, no,
No, he's not even
I'm not
close
even
to
close to
done.
being done. No, I've got one mostly done.
He's making one.
That
big
looks
old
so
hole.
cool.
I've got
those, aren't you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I've got 10 so far. I've got probably at least another 20 to print.
Hey,
At
McMurray.
16 to 17 hours a piece.
Yo, that's me.
There's a box coming, right?
Yes.
And it's actually a really decent size, not overly sized box.
Yes.
Side, not only side.
I'd like to. That'd be nice. That box returned to me.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You know it's still illegal for me to send human feces in the mail, right?
Feces.
Yes. Peter, I don't know, man. I'm not sure many of us have heard anything from Matt recently. But yes, Hexy, we will fill that with stuff and send it back to you.
You don't have to fill it. Just a couple items would be nice.
We're going to put 2 15mm miniatures in there.
Last I heard, Peter, the last I heard is he is progressing with his legal separation and divorce, and that's all I've heard.
He is
He's
done.
unfortunately kind of fallen off the side of the plane. I'm going to reach out to him here later, like tomorrow or Friday, to see how things are going. And I'll let you know. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the night. And because I got to get up early and go to work. My Friday's going to be stressful. It's end of month. So I got to wrap up the month's business for my company. That'll be fun. So everybody take care. Be on the lookout for Monday. Hopefully we'll have a video. If you are subscribed and you do have the little bell thing punched, I suspect you'll get a notification that
Click all.
done something, I guess. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
And now that we're officially ahead, everybody go
So,
subscribe to Joseph Arnold. We're officially ahead. There's nothing wrong with that now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Definitely show my nephew some love. He is still producing videos.
I can't figure out which one it
he's
is.
a funny little
I've looked
dude.
at that thing.
They're weird as fuck. So anyway, John, like I said, I sent you an email. Get with me whenever you want. We'll make that happen. So Peter, thanks for joining me tonight. Chuck, have a great night. We'll talk to y'all later. Boys, thanks for joining me tonight, and we will see you on the flip side.
Bye.